Hi folks, how you doing? This video is probably going to get a lot of hate. Yeah, probably a lot of hate. But I'm doing this video for a reason. And it's not to promote the devices, it's basically to discuss how wrong they are, I suppose. Here we have the Kennedy 24 competition RDA with the Sub-Ohm Innovations Sub-Zero Shorty competition Mech mod below. And no, they're not made by those companies. These are clones. These are very good clones. In fact, these clones are so good that the company that's selling them are basically putting them in the same packaging as the official companies, which I find extremely wrong. I mean, we know that there's clone companies out there. You've got Infinite, you've got the old Segreen. H Cigar used to do clones, and now we've got Kindbright. Now Kindbright are doing a whole range of clones at the moment. I mean, they just seem to be flooding the market. I saw the Kennedy 24 and the Sub-Zero competition mech mod on a UK vendor site and thought, that's cheap. I'm going to have a look at that. So I bought them. And I was shocked. I was seriously shocked at the packaging that this stuff came in. Not so much with the Kennedy 24 because it came in a standard clone box. You know, it just had Kennedy 24. I'll show you. I am going to do a close up, but the Kennedy 24 box was you could see it was a clone. Sadly though, with the Sub-Zero, the box that it came in, and I've watched videos regarding the Sub-Zero mechanical mods, and the packaging, the boxes, even the instructions were exactly the same in the Kindbright box, which is really wrong. I mean, Segreen, they were the most famous one for doing lots of clones and lots of high quality clones, but what they did was they put their own twist on it. Classic example would be something like this, the Snowflake, which is the clone of the Wood Fairy, or the Wood Fairy. But they put their own twist onto the device. Came in different packaging, different logos. It wasn't an identical copy, but this stuff is one-on-one copies. And performance-wise, I'd imagine they perform exactly the same as what they're based on. So we're going to do a close-up, and then we'll come back up and we'll finish off this conversation. See you guys.
Okay then guys, let's have a look at these Kindbright products. These are clones, they are not the authentics, they are clones. The first one we'll look at is the Kennedy 24 by Kindbright. Nothing really much on the box. Very plain, simple box. You got a picture of the brass, the copper and the stainless steel on the front. But inside we have your usual screwdriver, some spare O-rings, a couple of coils, and a spare screw. And there's another spare, if you can see it, there's another spare screw in there. And then we have the clone of the Kennedy itself. This is the black and stainless steel Kennedy. Now on the base you've got Kennedy 24 with a fake serial number. It's not got adjustable 510. But it does protrude enough, I would say, for if you'd want to take the risk of using it on a hybrid device. But I'm not going to use this on a hybrid device. You've got the internal O-ring, very similar, or the same as the original Kennedy. 24mm in diameter across the base. From top to bottom it's roughly probably 6 centimeters in height. I have noticed though that the drip tip doesn't fit as snugly as it should. Sometimes it does pop up. Only just sometimes it does. It's not loose, it's just that it tends to ride up at times. Right, let's have a look at the deck. There we go. You've got that very deep juice well, same as the original Kennedy 24. You've got your two negative posts and your central copper post, which goes down to this 510. It's one solid bit of copper. Now, I have no idea if Kindbright use lead-free copper, so I can't confirm whether they do or not. You've got your 4 airflow chimney sections there to allow you to put your coil across the top, drape your cotton into the well to get some good juice in there and reduce leaking. I've not had this leak at all. As you can see, the machine quality is really nice by Kindbright. It's exceptionally done. There was no machine oil in this RDA at all. It was extremely clean. Your post holes are 2mm in diameter. So you know, and that's including the central one. The central is 2mm as well. So if you're going to use more complex Clapton builds, you're going to struggle to get them into that centre post hole sharing the same hole. Take a look at the top cap. You've got a slight dome on the top cap, slight graduated, but you can see from the machine quality the internal is really clean, very clean. Dual O-rings here. The device is nice and snug. Slides on snugly. You can actually lift, when that's attached to a mod, you can lift it by the top cap and that's not going to fall off. You've got Kennedy engraved onto the front of the top cap. So that is the Kindbright cloned Kennedy 24 competition RDA. And I have to say, it's actually exceptional quality for what it is. I believe these are roughly around about sort of £15 I've seen them for. But yes, so that's the clone of the Kennedy 24. Let's move on to another clone. It's Attack of the Clones! I'm going to move on to this now. This is the Sub-Zero Shorty competition mech mod. And this is a clone. Now what annoyed me about this is that Kindbright have basically reproduced everything, including the web address www.subohminnovations.com, the Sub-Zero, and then you've got that logo as well, which is from the competition firing switch, which is not on the Shorty. And on the back, the only way you'd know that this is a Kindbright product is because of this. That's the only thing on this box that tells you that this is a Kindbright product. Otherwise, if you gave this to a friend, took this label off, they wouldn't know the difference. And I think that's extremely poor. You know, if you're going to copy a device, don't stick it in the same packaging. I mean, even look at this. The instruction manual. That's the full size competition mech. As I said, this is a Shorty. You've got the instructions regarding how to put the battery in. With the Sub-Zero mech mod, you put the battery in and upside down. I'll show you that in a minute. You've got the contact adjustment part, the maintenance, cleaning it. And then in the back, you've got a 90-day limited warranty. No, you've not. Don't be silly. This is a clone. You're not going to get this 90-day limited warranty. Now, if Kindbright are going to give you that warranty, then great, but I don't think so, not for this price. Let's move on to the mod itself. Now, I do believe this actually has a Cerakote coating as well that the original Sub-Zero has. Take the top cap off first. Now you can see this floating 510 pin with this reverse threaded battery adjustment. If I can take this out. Come on, out you come. It does look wobbly, but it's not. It's actually in there very well. Oh, out it comes. There we go. That's the silver plated brass 510 pin. And then you've got your battery adjustment here. And the base of the battery fits onto this. Got a Delrin insulator here that this pops into. Like so. Beautifully machined piece of copper. The threads on this device are stunning, absolutely stunning. There's the internals. You've got your Delrin at the bottom, and you've got another brass silver plated pin for your switch. But look at the machining of that copper tube. You need to remember, this is a clone, this is a replica, this is not the original. And the threads are just absolutely brilliant. Right, let's have a look at the switch. Now, in the original, it has that silver plated brass clutch system. Now, this is the Shorty, so it's got the smaller switch. Look at the threads. The threads are so clean, very clean. Then you got the Delrin switch, the button, which even has the Sub-Zero Sub-Ohm Innovations logo on there. And here's the clutch assembly. So you've got that O-ring holding these 4 silver-plated brass clutches together. Then you've got a silver-plated spring in here as well, which I've been looking at the original Sub-Zero mod, and the Sub-Zero mod, the original one, this spring has been flattened so that it's flush, but on the clone it's not. There's a slight angle, just a slight angle on the top of the spring. And then you've got this silver-plated brass post which the clutch slides onto as you press the switch. I'll show you that. So you would activate the switch like so, and it connects with the copper and fires your atomizer. From what I can see from the reviews I've seen of the original Sub-Zero, this is a 1-for-1 copy. Absolute 1-for-1 copy. There we go. As you can see, it's beautifully finished. The Cerakoting is really well done, really well done. It's just the sweat from my fingers. Ew. It is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, especially with e-juice. And there we go. So let's go back up top and have a chat about these clones.
So that was a close-up of the Sub-Zero clone Mech mod and the Kennedy 24 RDA clone from Kindbright. Now, as you saw from the packaging, especially of the Sub-Zero, even the packaging is one-on-one. You know, a 90-day warranty. Come on, really, Kindbright? That's just not on. You are building fantastic devices. I'll admit, they are absolutely beautifully made devices. They are fantastic. Beautifully machined, beautifully put together. They perform really well. But why copy everything? Why copy everything? And I know there's been discussions in the past over the years, you know, when vaping started, and then you had Nemesis clones, and you had Paps clones, and then it all sort of died off for a while because people were producing very cheap, affordable devices. Wismec with the Skylodon, the Noisy Cricket, Scotchua with the brass, the copper, Cam with the, was it Raven Moon? Well, Raven Moon and the Cam mod. These are affordable and high quality devices. So why produce devices like this of extremely expensive devices when there is mods, RDAs, RTAs out in the market that are affordable for your everyday vapor? I've got the Scotchware brass. I mean, even something like this, the Endless mods. You know, for £99, and that whole kit that you get with the Endless mod device, even the vinyl on top, it's what, £27? If Kindbright can produce devices of this high quality, then why don't they start producing devices that they've designed? Obviously they can. Just stop copying people. Just stop it. I mean, oh, that wasn't a guilt-free vape. Wasn't at all. But yes. So Kindbright. Now they do a lot of other very expensive American devices out there in the market. I'm not going to name them because if you're vapors like me, you'll know from Facebook and from the internet, you'll see the stuff that they produce. I've got a lot of friends that are on the sort of competition circle with very famous American vape companies, and these guys are working, they're doing the competition circuits, they're working their arse off to pay for this expensive gear, this competition gear, and then you've got some company like Kindbright comes along and goes, oh, you can buy this for £27. No. If you can produce equipment as high quality as this, start producing your own. Or stop putting it into the exact same boxes and the exact same documentation. Change it. Please. Oh my god, it vapes so well. It's so unfair. It vapes really well. Yeah, so that's my little gripe for tonight. My little gripe. Anyway, that was the Kindbright RDA Kennedy 24 and the Sub-Zero by Kindbright as well. Thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed that little rant. Speak to you soon. Bye.